Hey guys, Rob Skiba here. Okay, I'm going to do a short version and a longer version of this particular presentation. This one will be the short version. Guys, we are truly living in a Twilight Zone X-Files sort of world these days. I've reported on a lot of it in my various online and DVD presentations. As you know, I posted something recently concerning the altars of Baal that are supposedly being set up or were being set up or may still be planned to be set up, and how I believe they relate to Nimrod as the Antichrist and possible portals, gateways, considering scriptures such as Isaiah chapter 13 in the Septuagint, where it talks about rulers speaking to the gates and giants coming to fulfill the wrath of God. People wonder, are the Nephilim going to return? Well, Isaiah 13 certainly would seem to indicate that. And we've got things like CERN and now these other gateways or portals allegedly being set up around the world, or planned to be. And of course, there's the other video I did regarding the Pope meeting with the Patriarch of the Russian Orthodox Church for the first time in thousands of years, and how the Patriarch then went down to Antarctica after that mission to be linked up with a Russian fleet of ships and to do some potentially weird and strange activity down there in Antarctica, possibly toward the edge of the dome, maybe, could be, I don't know. But here we go again with another strange and potentially real X-File. This time I'm going to talk about some recent news from the U.S. military concerning hybrids, or better stated, I think, perhaps, the Nephilim. Check this out. A general in the U.S. Army recently addressed our troops and telegraphed some very interesting information. First, before I show you that, let me tell you a little bit about who this guy is. General Mark A. Milley, 39th Chief of Staff of the U.S. Army. General Mark A. Milley assumed duty as the 39th Chief of Staff of the United States Army August 14, 2015, after most recently serving as the 21st Commander of U.S. Army Forces Command at Fort Bragg, North Carolina. A native of Winchester, Massachusetts, General Milley graduated and received his commission from Princeton University in 1980. He has had multiple command and staff positions in 8 divisions and special forces throughout the last 35 years. He has served in command and leadership positions from the platoon and operational detachment alpha level through corps and Army command, including the 82nd Airborne Division and the 5th Special Forces Group at Fort Bragg, North Carolina, the 7th Infantry Division at Fort Ord, California, the 10th Mountain Division at Fort Drum, New York, the 2nd Infantry Division in Korea, the Joint Readiness Center at Fort Polk, Louisiana, the 25th Infantry Division at Schofield Barracks, Hawaii, the 101st Airborne Air Assault at Fort Campbell, Kentucky, and the 1st Cavalry Division and 3rd Infantry Division in Baghdad, Iraq. He commanded the 1st Battalion, 506th Infantry, 2nd Infantry Division, the 2nd Brigade, 10th Mountain Division, served as the Deputy Commanding General for the 101st Airborne Air Assault, and served as the Commanding General for 10th Mountain Division. While serving as the Commanding General, 3rd Corps in Fort Hood, he deployed as the Commanding General, International Security Assistance Force, Joint Command and Deputy Commanding General, U.S. Forces, Afghanistan. Additionally, he served on the operations staff of the Joint Staff as the J-33 DDRO and as a military assistant to the Secretary of Defense at the Pentagon. His operational deployments include the Multinational Force and Observers, or MFO, Sinai, Egypt, Operation Just Cause, Panama, Operation Uphold Democracy, Haiti, Operation Joint Endeavor, Bosnia-Herzegovina, Operational Iraqi Freedom, Iraq, and 3 tours during Operation Enduring Freedom, Afghanistan. He also deployed to Somalia and Colombia. General Milley's education includes a bachelor's degree in political science from Princeton University, master's degrees from Columbia University International Relations, and from U.S. Naval War College, National Security and Strategic Studies. He is also a graduate of the MIT Seminar 21 National Security Studies Program. Okay, so pretty impressive guy. You can continue reading if you'd like to. I'll put the link in the description below. All of his various awards and everything. And, he's got all his decorations on right there. Pretty impressive guy, right? Very experienced man. So, this is his bio from defense.gov. Now, if you go to Army Times, this was just a couple weeks ago, April 22nd, 2016, this article right here. It says, competence, compassion, and character should drive the men and women who want to lead America's sons and daughters into battle, the Army's top general said Thursday as he marked the 100th anniversary of the ROTC program at Norwich University. Our sons and daughters of this nation deserve good leadership, Army Chief of Staff General Mark Milley said to an audience filled with ROTC cadets. If you look at readiness, if you look at combat power, the most important element of that is not technology. It's not the guns, the planes, the ships. It's not the weapons. It's not the computers. It's the people. And most importantly, it's leaders. Milley characterized leadership as far and away the most important element to winning the crucible of ground combat. Leaders must be competent, Milley said. Soldiers are not going to follow a platoon leader who can't call and direct fire or call for a medevac or close air support, Milley said. There's no room for second place in combat, he said. There are no coins or trophies given out for ties. You either win or lose. What'll make the difference is going to be your personal competence. Leaders must be compassionate, Milley said, caring for their soldiers as if they would their own children. And leaders must have tremendous character, he said. I guarantee you, your character is going to be tested like it never was before, he said. You're going to have steel spines to endure the pressure you're going to face in the years ahead. Now, this is where it's about to get really X-Files bizarre interesting. These characteristics are critical for all military leaders, especially for cadets preparing to enter the service because of the turbulence in the world today, Milley said. Now, I could continue to read this article, or better yet, I think I'll just let you go ahead and hear the next part direct from the general himself.
If the world of 1916 was complex, or the world of 1945 was complex, the world of 2016 is intensely complex. And I can tell you that from personal experience, and I know there's many others who can tell you that as well. And you will graduate and be in that world, and you're going to be leading the soldiers and the sailors, the airmen and the Marines in that world. You'll be dealing with terrorists. You'll be dealing with hybrid armies. You'll be dealing with little green men. You're going to be dealing with tribes. You'll be dealing with national leaders and local leaders. You'll be dealing with politics and economics, and you'll be dealing with direct fire and indirect fire. And you're going to be dealing with it all. And it's all going to be dealt with simultaneously. And for that, you're going to have to be ready. And that's why readiness, in my mind, is number one. You'll be dealing with terrorists. You'll be dealing with hybrid armies. You'll be dealing with little green men. And you're going to be dealing with it all. And it's all going to be dealt with simultaneously.
Now, you can go ahead and think about me as some crazy tinfoil hat wearing nut job, okay? Fine, I'm crazy. But here you have a highly decorated, highly credentialed, everybody, credibility. Well, here's the dude with credibility, right? Talking to our troops about them having to deal with hybrid armies and little green men. Wow. Truth is definitely stranger than fiction. Although it is interesting that in the science fiction that I'm working on called Seed, I've got a character named General Caritas who might as well just be modeled after this real-life character of General Milley. And here's just a little segment from the audio drama from the beginning of Episode 1 of Seed, the Agartha mission.
This is the headquarters of the Supernatural and Extraterrestrial Exploration and Defense Division of the United States Special Forces, also simply known as the SEED Project. It was the brainchild of Major General Victor Caritas. Only a handful of elite international bankers, General Caritas, a few other 3- and 4-star generals at the Pentagon, and of course those directly under their command, have any knowledge of what really goes on in this place. Although there are plans for expansion, currently the project consists of only 3 6-man squads. Today, General Caritas enters the SEAD Tactical Operations Center, eager for an update on the status of 2 of those squads.
Sitrep.
We're receiving satellite telemetry now, General Caritas.
Excellent. Is Argartha on site?
Not yet, sir. Relaying the information to them now.
Now that's just a little science fiction. Or is it? What if the truth is stranger than fiction? We'll deal with that in the longer version. Stay tuned.